I love that you look at your gift as a blessing to others. I think
Yeah.
in our world today, so many of us are so self-focused, and that's where your anxiety comes from.
Mm.
And, I think when we focus on blessing others, for example, me speaking was really hard to get into.
Like
I
at
didn't like,
events, like big
yeah,
events and
big
stuff.
events.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
like
yeah,
being the center of attention. But when
Yeah.
I put my focus on this is a blessing to others,
Yeah.
that gave me the courage to show up and do it. And then over
Mm.
time, I overcame that fear and
Mhm.
the self-doubt or like the worry about being in front of people. And it became something that was more about the people and less about
Mm.
me.
No, I relate to that so much, and that literally, like speaking to, I mean, 10 years ago or 15 years ago, if you'd have told me I would be speaking to big groups of people, or doing, things, and doing even something like this, I would have
hmm
just said that's impossible. There's no way I would ever do something like that. But it's exactly, you're right.
Wow.
The key has been thinking about hospitality, thinking about generosity, and the calling to love others. The paradise of our own glory is a prison, and we think it's going to be this thing that's going to, if I just can focus on and get everything that I want, and it's just it is a prison. And the key to unlock that, I think, is loving others. And it's the great commandment, the greatest commands, and loving
Yeah.
God and loving our neighbors. And he calls us, and as Christians, it's like there's no area where it's like, now this part, that's for you and you only, for your glory. It's like, no, it's all about loving. And sometimes loving is winning a championship, or being the best at something. Like that's not a downside. It's this robust view of that God made the world, and that when we fully do something, when we show, that's why I don't think of storytelling as just a utility or a vehicle in order to convey it, even the best truths. I think of it as a good thing itself, because God made the world and he's called me to love and serve these kids. And it's not just about sort of tricking them or manipulating them or dominating them into information that I want, but that it's
Wow.
like to give them a gift of love that comes from the heart, and to tell the truth always, but to do a good job. It doesn't make, I always think about David Robinson. The best thing they can do as a Christian is not, make a basket and then like fall on their knees and praise the Lord and get out their Bible and start preaching. They need to get back on defense, like let the thing be itself, let the thing be what it is. And follow the Lord in that vocation fully, and show up in it, and respect the thing. You don't have to draw crosses on the plumbing, in order to be a good plumber. Like you need to like fix the leak and do a good job. And so I feel like that God's, it's liberating to have this big view of what God's doing in the world.